All right, boys, we're over here at the Geneva Dam. Haven't been here in quite a while. Fishing one of my favorite spots from years ago, right below the dam. Going to start out in this corner here, and then this water right below. It's not moving very fast right now, but it's not very warm, so it's kind of cool. So that could be good for the bite, and then we're going to try further down, probably maybe get in the water around that bridge, and then maybe try some other spots a bit further down. We're going to try this for a bit, see if there's anything hanging around up here. Be a big hangout for bass, all kinds of fish, bass, walleye. It's using a jig right now, 8 ounce jig, just running it around through here. The water is pretty shallow, so going to work around these rocks here, see if maybe something's hiding up in this corner. Like they used to years ago. It's pretty shallow, so I'm going to have to be careful not to let it get too low. Just keep it up, run it through these eddies, like eddies and pockets and stuff. See if there's anything that'll grab this. A lot of times I'll walk out onto these boulders too, but just see if we can get something first. And we'll work our way around. A lot of times they're hanging out right in front of these boulders here. At least they used to. I don't know how heavily this is fished these days, so we'll have to see how it goes. I'm gonna throw it out into that, a little further out into that current there. Would probably be pretty easy to walk out here. With waders on. It's the middle of the day here, so you kind of have to hope that something's hanging around. Try right in front of these rocks here. A lot of weeds. You know, there's weeds when you got a goose grazing out here. You know, there's weeds down there. Well, we got a cormorant right up here with us. Right where I threw my jig. So I don't know if I want to throw it right back over there, because I'm trying to hit that corner of that wall there. It used to be a good spot for me. Let's see where this cormorant comes up. See if he'll leave the area. Oh, he got a fish up there. He got a little a small fish up there. So that's a good sign. It is middle of the day, but I think it's around 3 o'clock now, so this cormorant is staying right in this corner here, fishing. So he's got a spot. I'm gonna have to wait for him to clear out of there. I don't want him to see this thing zipping through and have him grab it. See where he went. Give him a minute. They stay down pretty long. Is that him way over there? Or is that a different one? Trying to work this whole corner here, see if there might be something hanging out in here. I saw a guy had got some sheephead, so you know they're going to be around. Try and whipping this up a little higher, further out. Get it right in that fast water up there. Sometimes you just dangle it here. In front of these rocks. I don't really feel nimble enough to walk out onto these boulders here right now. But that would give me a different angle to throw out here. in the past, used to be fish up here in big numbers. Pretty much all times of the day too. I think we might have a guy down here fly fishing. Not even getting snagged, so that's surprising. Now we got our guy walking right through the area that I was planning on fishing. I hate when people do that. I think I just might be bumping into rocks or something down there. Usually you can just throw it up in these swirls up here. By the time you make it into the slow area, you're gonna have something on you. Gonna try another area. I like to fish down here. The water is low, so I mean I could see the bottom through here. So it's not a very good situation down here. But whenever you have this rapid moving water, got a chance of something hiding out, like right in through here. If I can get it through here without getting snagged up. It's a good spot for a fish to be hanging out, looking to grab something. But it looks very shallow. We're getting in weeds really before we have a chance. Take a look down this area here toward the bridge, see if there's any depth. I mean, I could go out there in my waders, but it's pretty shallow in through here. I don't know if it'll do me any good for fish to be hanging out down here. Otherwise, we're going to be going down there for the long walk. Little misfire there. Let's get out behind these rocks here in those rapids. I'm gonna have to move it pretty quick. It's just really shallow. I'm just getting all weeded up. So I think we're gonna take a look downstream at some areas, and I'll probably have to put my wader boots on. Let me take a look under this bridge, see if we have any depth under here. See, it's all dry land over here. Wonder if there's any depth at all. As you get closer to the bridge. Just try under this bridge a little bit. I think it's just too shallow. We're gonna have to really rip it through here to not pick up weeds, and hope it catches something's attention around this bridge. That was a weed. Alright, I think we're going to have to get a little more serious here. Alright, so we're working our way down river here. I just stopped at a random spot where there's a rock right there, creating a little pocket there. Just going to try behind it real quick. This is very shallow up here though. Try getting a little higher. Kind of want to just drop it right below that rock there, or run it right across. Right across there. I just had a hit. Unless it was a snag. There's nothing on my jig. No green. That may have been a hit. I just zipped it through there too fast, probably. Because I don't want to get snagged up. That's a great spot for a fish to be though. See if he's a little lower. Any kind of obstruction in the water like that, I go for. Because it's pretty much featureless otherwise. I'm going to head down there. There's some spots down there. Just want to find out if this was a fish over here. Maybe it was weeds or a rock I bounced off of. Try starting a little further out, running it through there. I think we would have got him. Let's try a little further down below that to see if anything is a little lower. Looking to ambush something. It's just so shallow out there. I hit weeds as soon as it landed over there. So I think we're gonna head to our next go-to spot. Alright, so here's our next little go-to spot. And we got hardly any water here. So this water should be gushing out of these holes here from this pond thing on the other side, but it's just kind of flowing out. So we're gonna fish like right on the edge of this bridge here and run it across. I mean, I could technically get down in the water there, but it'd be quite of a climb. But I'm going to run it across the water here. See if there's anything at all. Trying to keep it up high, right where the water comes out. But a lot of times they're a little bit lower too. Hiding out lower, waiting for like a meal to fall over the white water here. Try a little further out and bring it up towards the we got into weeds down there pretty quickly. Just don't have the depth. Down a few feet from where we should be. Try to keep it a little higher. Let it swim in that surf. A lot of times you let it swim below that, just hang it in there. You can get something. This isn't really enough water to work with here. Let's try throwing it out a little further, keeping it up so we don't get into weeds. Yeah, I can see my jig traveling. It's not what you want, but they'll still hit it as long as it's below the surface. But I do think we're going to wade out below that bridge area there, even though it's probably not much water down there. Just hitting my go-to spots. Just not enough water. Pretty much doing the same thing that this guy with the fly rod's doing with my jig. Well, I think they got weeds on there. I left it hanging in there too long. All right, how's it going? Trying the other direction. The other side of this thing, I don't think I ever caught anything on this side because it's just still lifeless water here. It'll be very difficult for me to get down there, so I'm going to just toss it from this side of the bridge. You're not supposed to fish from bridges. Let's try in this direction here. Got fishermen out here, but I'm not seeing any fish. That's throwing it way out there. It might be the way to go, but I can't get out that far unless I were to walk. School of minnows right here, hiding in the corner. I don't think there's anything here to chase them. In the water right here. I don't know what it is. Is it a turtle or something? Or a big carp? Alright, we're in the water. Let's see what kind of depth we have here. It's not what I was hoping for, because there's depth right here. You might want to go down. You might want to go in down there and throw down in that area, because this is I'm already getting up to my knees here. I don't know if I'll make it down, getting pretty wet. I'm gonna have to crawl back up that hill. I can make some tosses here though, between that bridge if I can reach it. I'm gonna have to zip it through there, so I don't know what kind of depth is out there. See if I come up clean. Yep, I'm clean. I can't really get in that rippled water there between the bridge though. I can't cast quite that far. Just try starting it. I can just barely reach that faster water there. So if something happens to be around, bouncing off rocks there. I can just reach the edge where that water is a little bit choppy. which would be good enough if there was something lurking in that area. I don't think I can walk the shoreline here to there. I'm gonna have to crawl back up. It's gonna be difficult. Got myself into a tough spot here. Got into weeds there. Take one more shot up to the bridge. You just can't reach that those ripples there. I think those are rocks or snags there I was hitting. Here we found a little hole here through the plants here. Let's see if we can get down here. And there's some rocks down here I can walk on. I just need to get my pole through here, and then we can get on this rock bed out here. It's a little bit of an adventure, but maybe it'll pay off. We can get onto this island. We're good to go here. All right. Let's see if we can find some water. Any kind of depth. See, there's some water that zips around this corner here. That will be a great place for fish. I see a fish swimming in there. I think it's carp. Let's see if we can get close to these guys. See those carp in there? Some big old carp swimming through there, chasing each other around. Those could be quillbacks, but you don't see very often. There's a line stuck on the telephone wire there. I'm gonna walk in here with these quillbacks. These guys hanging out here, they're pretty quick. Let's see if they'll hit this jig. There's 3 or 4 of them in there. I just don't imagine they're interested in this. They'd be interested in this, whatever they're doing. If you were to catch them out in the deeper water, they might hit it. Okay, so let's see. We got some depth off of this edge here. Sinking in these rocks a little, but we got a nice little pocket here, a little slow area with some faster water moving through. See if there's any game fish in here besides those carp. They're up there too. They're all through here in these shallows. I'm gonna try starting a little further down. So the fish like it, but oh, there's a guy way down there too. Fly fishing. I just want to hit these little rapids that go around this corner here. I mean, this would be a perfect spot for a bass to be hiding out. See if I can start up a little higher. You kind of sink in here a little bit. You got these little carp, but the water definitely goes down here. I mean, if a bass doesn't like this scenario here, then I don't know bass. And you got those quillbacks up here, so it's the fish like it. They're in here for a reason. Couldn't ask for a better setup, really. But it might just be that it's too low. There's just not enough depth for the bass and stuff to be up here. Well, the carp don't care if you see them. Try further out there, see if there's any depth. I just got to move it pretty quickly so I don't get snagged. Nope, I really had high hopes for this spot. Maybe even further down. Maybe I'm fishing for the wrong kind of fish. Maybe I should be fishing for the long fish with the big teeth. I messed that up. Well, I had hopes here, possibly down there at the bottom of that thing. Just gonna run it through here fast. I mean, it is still middle of the day, but the river doesn't really care what time it is, from my experience. It's about 4 o'clock. I've caught plenty of fish in this time zone. This time I'm just gonna let it. I'm just going to drift it. I didn't catch any didn't catch any weeds, so those carp are up here just thrashing around. I mean, maybe like right there. Now there's carp here too. Maybe right in there along the shoreline, because there is a little depth in there, but it looks like the carp have this area staked out. If I were to snag into one, I've got the braid, so, but I don't really want to do that. I just don't know. Classic spot here. Maybe I should be using something bigger. Let's see if this water goes down here. And the water goes down here a bit. Thing really flew on me. Can't believe there isn't a bass or something in here. Maybe in the summer. Just hang this thing in there. Sometimes that works. Got weeds on it. I see fish splashing around below that island out there, but those are probably carp too. But down below that, there's an area that might be good, but I don't think I can get to that because this water is going to get deep. I can try casting, try to get close to it. I don't think I can get close enough. I can get pretty close. And I've had fish hit on the edge like that before of some rapids like that. So my jig's falling apart. These cheap jigs starting to unravel.